Hello race fans, thanks for checking out Rooster G Racing. Today we're going to do a review of the F-GT Lite Sim Racing Chair. It's an entry-level chair. It's very affordable, it's light, compact, has a thin profile, and it's going to work in your space. It's a bittersweet day for me because the reason I'm doing this review is because I'm going to be getting a sturdier sim rig. So I thought before I stop using this one, I'd make a review in case there are any of you out there looking to get into something like this. You can see here the way you get into it is by opening the latch, flip the wheelbase up, and then you just plop right in. Close the latch, lock it in, and you're ready to go. It's got lots of adjustment opportunities, a couple of easy turn little twisters, so you can slide your pedal plate up and down depending on your length. I'm 6'1", 190 pounds, and it's very comfortable for me. I've had this rig for a year and 1 month. I was able to get it through the source online. They delivered it to the source and I picked it up. It comes in a big box. It's all just one box. Now the reason I got this rig after looking for about a month online is because I wanted something that could be folded up and put away because I don't have a lot of room in my office area, and that's where I do my racing. As luck would have it though, I was able to reconfigure my space, and so I didn't need to fold it up and put it away in the end. I just kind of slide it out of the way. I use some carpet sliders, as I'll show you later. The rig is really light, so it's really easy to pick it up anyway. But the carpet sliders just make it easy just to push it out of the way with one hand. I can roll my office chair in there and I'm good to go. Now here I'm showing you how you can just flip it up and slide it in or out, and it takes up less space when the pedal tray is up. It's a really cool feature that I don't know if there are any other rigs that have this functionality. Yes, there are just wheel stands out there, which is really good alternative too. But if you're looking for something that has a chair and a pedal plate, pedal base all in one, this is a great little rig for you to get into. Now I paid $430 Canadian taxes in last year. I've seen some going now for about 300. So that's 300 Canadian. So this part is showing you how you can adjust your steering wheel column. So you have to just lift those little flaps, turn it to release the springs, and then you could move your wheelbase back and forth to adjust your comfort level. Later on I'm going to show you on the other side there's a Velcro strap, and that's what Next Level came up with to try to keep the tension on this thing so that the wheel isn't moving around too much. To make moving easier for me, I have a couple of sliders. Soft and the shiny part, because I'm on carpet. And so it's really easy to slide around. Now for me it's really easy to get in here. I just open up the latch, wheel goes down, and I lock it in place. And I know that really you're supposed to have your hands, your wrists sitting over the steering wheel, but for me in this chair I actually have to have it this far away, and I drive like this, which may be seem a little bit tight sometimes, but after trying multiple times over the last year that I've had this chair, this is the position that works for me. Now you can hear that creaking already. That's the movement, and I'm not even racing, so you can see this play. And that's one of the things that I don't like about this chair. Overall, do I like this chair? Absolutely. After having it for about a year and 1 month, since I got this in December 2020, I put some good hours in it. My overall feeling is that I like it. I'm really happy that I got it. It served me well. And I've had other people come and try the chair, people bigger, people smaller, and they're not really complaining about the chair at all. They're just happy and cool and feel cool that they get to sit in something that's like a race car. There's lots of headroom back here. It's easy for me to rest my head. I've got some support on the side. I'm not really wide enough to take advantage of it, but for bigger people, I could see how it will be really nice. Good shoulder support. I've got lots of space down there to adjust for my legs. I'm 6'1", 190 pounds. So overall, feels really good for me. Now I'm going to show you something on the side here, which is one of my biggest pet peeves of this. So from time to time, as I race, what happens is this moves around. Obviously you're putting stress, I'm putting stress on the steering wheel and the mount that holds it. So what Next Level has done is they have this strap right here, but I'm always having to adjust it to tighten it up. So they recommend really one ground. I have it cranked really hard. Now that makes it a little bit better, but you can hear that creaking. That's after a year and 1 month of using it. So just imagine what it would be like when you're actually racing. But again, I've been really happy with it, so I'm actually not complaining about it. I'm just saying that's what it is. It's not made out of the sturdy steel, sturdy aluminum, like some of the bigger rigs, the more expensive ones, the pro ones and all that. But that's just one of the things to be aware of. Now, one thing I can feel back here is there's a crossbar around my shoulders. Yes, and when I press really hard back here, I can feel that singular bar right back here. I'm gonna bring the camera around and show you that from the other side. Okay, here we are at the back of the chair, and this is the bar that I was talking about. So my shoulders would sit back here, and when I push really hard for some reason, let's say in the hard braking zone, I could feel this, but really I don't feel it. And I mean, if I was really complaining about it, I could put some kind of padding back here and it wouldn't be a big deal. As you can see that we've got nice ventilation for those times whenever it's hot, if you're working hard, overexerting yourself for some reason. But I've never had a situation where I finished the race and I was all sweaty in my back or anything like that. But it's really nice. It's basically like a picnic chair. So they've done a really good job in trying to make this a universal fit for the average person. Now I'm going to show you how I use this rig when I'm actually racing. Okay, just a couple of other things I want to show you before we actually get into the race. I use tape over here just to hold the foot tray, the foot pedals in place. Because before, what would happen is after about a week or so, it would slide to the left or slide to the right, but by putting tape on either side of these holders right here, this tray is not going to move left or right. And the other obvious thing is I am using this strap over here, this ratchet strap. Now this is not something that Next Level suggested, but the problem is that I use the rig at a setup that is not one of the ones that Next Level decided. So this is the Next Level manual, and you can see they have a bunch of different positions. This over here is what they consider their Formula 1 position, and this one right here, that's their GT position. Now you can move the backrest back and forth, which I didn't want to get into in this video just because I don't know, you guys have already seen videos of this. But the problem is I had the base legs spread a little further than what's recommended, and one day I was racing and I actually fell down because it slipped out. So yeah, it hurt for a little bit. I got a big jerk in my back. So what I did is I put this ratchet strap in there to make sure that it never slips out again, and it hasn't. And I'm not complaining about Next Level because the width that I had the legs is not what they recommended, but it's just a position that's comfortable for me. Got to do whatever works for you. But ever since I've had that strap, it's never fallen, it's never opened up and had me fall again. So that's just a quick fix that I came up with. Alright, here we are for one lap at Laguna Seca, so you can see what movement there is in the wheel and the feet. Famous corkscrew at Laguna Seca. I've really come to respect this track actually after watching what was it, the Doctor, the Tornado, and I forget who the other one is, the MotoGP documentary. With Nicky Hayden, rest in peace. And there you have it, one lap. So hopefully you got to see what movement there is. Yep. Okay, and let's wrap this up. Okay, I hope you found some value in this video. My final thoughts are that I am very happy that I bought this a year and a month ago. I paid $430 Canadian. The delivery was on time. I've been really happy with it. One of the things that I haven't done is folded it up to put it out of the way because I just made some more space, so I didn't need to. It works well in my office area. I've had friends come over and try it and they're very impressed. Would I buy this again if I was in the same situation? Absolutely. I've made a few mods to it. I mean, it's like a car, right? Everybody makes mods to their car. because it's all about customization. That's one of the things that we do. That's one of the things we appreciate about sim racing and racing in real. My most favorite part about this is that I can sit in here for a few hours and just be immersed in the race, just focus on what's going on. My old one that I had, I made it out of wood. I had a seat out of a Mercedes. I put it together and it was pretty cool. I was very happy with it, but it just wasn't sturdy. So I stepped into this and it's been a great experience. My biggest pet peeve is that the steering wheel moves a little bit too much for me. Other than that, would I buy it again? Yes, I would. For $430 Canadian, I mean, I'm not expecting this thing to be a tank, but is it better than what I had before? Yes. Is it better than when I first started sim racing and used a joystick? Yes. I think it's better than just attaching the wheel to the table, so I'm happy with it. But I mean, you know, these things depend on cost, depends on how much room you have, and just how much time you want to put into it. Does it make me a better racer? I think it makes my racing experience more enjoyable. You could look at some of my times that I have, and I'm just having fun. And so I think if you're looking at getting into something and you don't have a lot of money, I think it's a great step. Obviously, a year and a half later, and because of the pandemic, prices have come down in these things, so you can probably get something a little sturdier, or actually a lot sturdier, for just a little more than what I spent on this. Maybe you can look for something online, maybe you can build something yourself. Just saying that Next Level has done a pretty good job, and I'm happy with it. So thanks for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed this, give me a like. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. I appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks, and we'll catch you later.